어제 금요일 5시 55분 오후, 밥 먹기 1시간 전에 소화를 완벽히 시키기 위해서 부지한 책을 좀 읽겠습니다. Starting food truck business. Everything you need to succeed with your kitchen on wheels. In this case, you can set up a small office in your own home. A third place. When I was young, the foghorns in the early hours called out from the boat on the Great South Bay. Crazy. A father's search through America's mental health madness. The man had said it would be up to them, and had explained that they would stay together. Only until she got whatever papers she needed to qualify for her U.S. citizenship. Ugly truth. Inside Facebook's battle for domination. Until then, it will be regulated, he tweeted. Stop procrastinating. A simple guide to hacking laziness, building self-discipline, and overcoming procrastination. Chapter 1. Know thy enemy. How procrastination works and why you can't stop. What exactly is the procrastination anyway? How does it work? Why do we do it? We know delaying a specific task isn't good for us, but we do it anyway. Thank God it's Monday. The weekend is not enough. It's there that people will get a taste of the bread of life. What matters now? How to win in a world of relentless change, ferocious competition, and unstoppable innovation. Experienced managers, in particular, have a hard time adapting to a system where they can't play God. The Gratitude Diaries. How a year looking on the bright side transformed my life. Ron is more insightful about patients' needs than any doctor I know, and I liked that he'd now slipped gratitude into the black bag of tricks. Reader, come home. Reader, come home. The reading brain in a digital world. I want to follow less visible tracks with you that lead into the third life of the reader, in which we consciously perceive time in different ways, beginning with joy. Presentation secret, valuable insight, eye-opening description of storytelling techniques employed by the pros. Do we need the text? Mortality among the able-bodied population? I doubt that. I doubt that. Grooming the next generation for success. Proven strategies for raising the next generation of leaders. I've personally led thousands through deep inner healing, and when I get to the bottom or the root of the issue, many will begin to cry and say, I'm a bad boy, I'm a bad girl. Spirituality for dummies. Fulfill your dreams through affirmation. When you understand, realize, experience, and express the greatness that you, knowingly or unknowingly, already are, spiritual virtues naturally begin to be expressed through the way you think and the things you do, becoming conscious of a natural spirituality. Stop acting rich and start living like a real millionaire. Frankly, I started to worry that I was one of those non-wine worshipping outliers, and that something was amiss. Better than before, mastering the habits of our everyday lives. The time with a friend is more valuable than the steps logged on by you upend. It's one thing to look at photographs of family members who have died. It's an altogether astral experience to see them move and hear them speak. Your roadmap for success. You can get there from here. It's okay if you fall down, as long as you learn something as you get up. Willingness to learn from failure and the ability to overcome it are inseparably linked to each other. The quantum life. There is a better way to live. This the pregnancy began creating significant imbalance in a marriage, and the overall family life. Get motivated, overcome any obstacle, achieve any goal, and accelerate your success with the motivational DNA. Uncluttered environment enable them to work with a clear head. When everything is in its place, they are content. Making good habits, breaking bad habits. 14 new behaviors that will energize your life. You may have a situation looming in the future that you know you will need to confront, and you just don't feel that you are up to it. Don't worry. God will give you the grace, wisdom, and the strength you need when the times come. Until then, have faith. Win at work or succeed at life. 5 principles to free yourself from the cult of overwork. Now, don't get us wrong. This abandonment of balance especially burdens women. This abandonment of balance especially burdens women. Survival kit for overseas living for Americans planning to live and work abroad. But she walks a fine line. She walks a fine line on the far side of which lie the resentment, frustration, boredom, and depression that are often identified with culture shock. The longevity paradox. How to die young at a ripe old age. All other foods on the gut-destroying bedbug favorite list, page 207. The mobile wave. How mobile intelligence will change everything. Science had to battle. Science had to battle its way into the university curricula in the late 19th century. The heart of a woman who prays, drawing near to the God who loves you. It's true that many throughout time have accomplished much praying on the knees. Creative visualization. Use the power of your imagination to create what you want in your life. Explore your environment, noticing the visual details, the sounds and the smells, any particular feelings or impressions you get about it. The truth about leadership. The no fads, heart of the matter, facts that you need to know. The style is not the thing. God's creative power. In these passages of Scripture, Jesus tells us that what we believe and speak, what we believe and speak affects the natural world, including our finance. Count your blessings. One-on-one stories of gratitude, fortitude, and silver lining. Count your blessings, and remember that each day holds something to be thankful for. Having faith, the joy of giving, how to express the gratitude. Time ticked by. Time ticked by. Edge is snaked by the downclad figures bent over their eyes axes with heaving lungs, oblivious to anything but their own suffering. Four steps to building your future. The key to successful public relations is to create the relationship. Effective PR can produce visibility and perceived value for your personal brand. Overcoming adversity. Insight into the life of Joseph. The same Hebrew word is translated as cistern in Genesis chapter 37, which may reflect that it was below ground. Identity, your passport to success. A girl asked me to help her in my apartment complex. Experiment in life. I'd also learned to take the initiative and get out of the car first and approach them when I had the pot in my vehicle to keep them from smelling anything or looking in my vehicle. Seisho no kotoba, 倹約ばかりして貧しくなる。誠実な人が繁栄すると町は活気づいていく。怠ける者は次第に貧しくなり、富を作り上げるのは平らなものである。Attitudes are the one. Recognize how individuals' attitudes impact their performance. Like it or not, physical appearance, and one's perception of it impact a person's attitude. No rules are the rules. That's why I asked each of the various departments to develop one, he explained. The attractor factor, 5 easy steps for creating wealth from the inside out. Our job is to simply and honestly ask for what we want without wanting to harm or control another person. Spiritual leadership, moving people on to God's agenda. As soon as possible, the new leader should seek out evidence of God's previous activity in the church or institution to which the leader has been called. Surviving the technological alteration of the modern mind. Tips for managing techno-brain burnout. You arrive at the conference room on the 32nd floor, and although you are 5 minutes early, your client and the opposing lawyers, 10 of them are already waiting for you. Life strategies, doing what works, doing what matters. Your stakes are the quality of your life, your hopes and dreams and goals. Like it or not, you too. Like it or not, you too are a life strategist. If you are a poor one, no one can save your client, you. The problem you are trying to solve is your whole life. Your relationship with your family, your career, your physical health, and emotional well-being. You have substantial challenges, or you wouldn't be reading this book. The question is, do you have the skills? Do you have the skills it will take not just to survive, but to succeed? If you don't, you need to resolve to get those skills, or are you going to be yet another casualty of that silent, life-wrecking epidemic? You are stronger than you think, tapping into the secret of emotionally resilient people. So, is it better to give help or receive it? Numerous studies have shown that people with chronic illness who receive lots of social support live longer than those who do not. The Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. What to do if someone in your life has a dual personality, or if you do. Confronting and killing your Jekyll and Hyde behavior. I would rather be whole than good. Moonshot. How to nurture the crazy ideas that win wars, cure disease, and transform industries. What do you do? Option 1. You could pound the table and make the case. Make the case and begin the long slog up the ladder of committees, making the same case, pounding the same table at each meeting of each committee. The invisible X. Retirement prescription. The retirement doc's proven prescription for living a happy, fulfilling rest of your life. Find out why financial planning is not enough. The National Weight Control Registry suggests that the best ways to keep lost pounds off are eat the breakfast. Eat the breakfast. Eat the moderately and know what you are eating. Weigh yourself daily. Move every day. Move every day. At least 30 to 60 minutes. Bonus tip. Drink wine and eat the chocolate, and one more on us. Don't eat after dinner. Eat breakfast. The morning meal. The morning meal does not have to be large, but you need to eat it. A slice of whole wheat toast with peanut butter, or a cup of non-fat yogurt with fruitage enough to get your engine running. この柿を使えばチャンスの扉が必ず開かれる。祈りの力で集合され、豊かさを実現させる法則。The story of you, the Enneagram journey to becoming your true self. They belong fully in the world and can be at home in it. To me, embracing the best parts of type 1 means that rather than devolving into a place of revelry and twisted nostalgia where I get nothing done because my emotions are sucking up every ounce of bandwidth. I tell myself to come back to the present, to get something done, and actually finish it. Future Trends, a guide to decision making and leadership in business. The multi-generation, broad-based appeal of values-based investing, along with an increased focus on sustainability and other social issues within the U.S., make it easy to understand why demand for these types of investment has skyrocketed in the last 10 years. Scott of Paros Wealth Management wrote for LinkedIn in 2016. He and other money managers seeing a bullish future for ESG. Do over. Make today the first day of your new career. Anyone who has ever moved for a job knows what this feels like. How to talk to anyone. 92 little tricks for big success in relationship. You'll never be at a loss again when the subject of extracurricular interest comes up, which it always does. Mastering public speaking. If you deliver If you deliver the body of your speech extempore, extempore, extemporaneously, look at your note occasionally. The most satisfactory way of delivering your classroom speeches combine all four of the methods we have discovered. Braving the wilderness, the quest for true belonging, and the courage to stand alone. Yes, we know that Harry Potter is not real, but we know that collective light is the real, and the collective light. And powerful, and in the face of hatred and bigotry, and cruelty, and everything that dark sky stood for, we were so much stronger together. Game day for the glory of God, a guide for athlete, fans, and wannabes. I need God's Holy Spirit to give me supernatural power. Without it, I can't be truly self-controlled in a way that pleases God. Brilliant questions for great interviewers. How to make sure you hire the right person for the job. The easiest place to start your question is with their present or most recent job, present and past work history. The easiest place to start your questions is with their present or most recent job and work backwards. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, learn. Life's greatest lessons are gained from our losses. Golf, which is a game of highs and lows, provide a great example of this. Some golfers bounce back from adversity, and their actions write a great story. Creativity Incorporated, overcoming the unseen forces that stand in the way of true inspiration. This way of doing things is responsive, it is nimble, and it makes us better. Do more great work. Stop the busy work and start the work that matters. Nothing is more dangerous. In every case, however, making a choice is an act of independence in which you take, as also Peter puts it, responsibility for your own freedom. Most people start by using AHAs only at night, but once you know they work for you, you can apply them twice per day. How to be brilliant at public speaking, any audience, any situation. Professional speaker John mix his own brand of humor with magic to create an entertaining experience for his audiences. If you are worried about being funny, you are on the wrong track, he says. Now, discover your strengths. how to develop your talents and those of the people you manage. I realize now that I can't be responsible for everything in the world. That's the God's job. Why men don't listen and women can read the maps. Girls suffering PMS get lower scores in mathematical exams. The education system favors boys and disadvantages girls in mathematical exams because studies show that girls suffering PMS have testosterone levels that are significantly lower during this phase. Choose your story, change your life, silence your inner critic, or rewrite your own from the inside out. She recommended doing something you think is fun, without judgment or wrongdoing if it counts. Auto repair for dummies. Handle roadside emergencies. If pumping the pedal makes the car stop when the pedal's higher up, either brake adjustment is in order or you need more brake fluid. The difference maker, making your attitudes your greatest asset. There she found her husband and son seated at the table with their heads and coasted on, expecting failure. The law of human behavior says sooner or later we will get what we expect. Usually the people who keep failing are the ones who expected to. They are like the pessimist whose tombstone epitaph read, I expected this. Sooner or later we will get what we expect. Yes, so for the day. God is working for good. God is working for good in every situation. A world without the work, technology, automation, and how we should respond. There are also instances of what can be described as unintentional leisure policies. The complete microbiotic diet, 7 steps to feel fabulous, look vibrant, and think clearly. No matter how much we enjoy something, eventually we reach a point of satiation where more isn't going to add to the experience. Satience. The purpose-driven life. Reflection on what on earth am I here for? God bless the people who patiently endure testing. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love Him. James chapter 1. Growing through temptation. Fail fast, fail open. How losing can help you win. When Megan was taking steps to quit her job and began to feel paralyzed by fear. Should imagine having a conversation with the boss 5 years in the future. Mars and Venus on a date, a guide for navigating the 5 stages of dating to create a loving and lasting relationship. With an awareness of these different characteristics, we can begin to understand why some date that work and the others don't. With this insight, we can gain the power to attract the right person for us. I love female the orgasm. Being relaxed is the key to being relaxed is the key to enjoying sex. Engage in foreplay and wait until your body signals you to move on. Build a powerful brand to achieve career success. Social networks in general. By establishing profiles on social networks, you promote your blog as an application or within your profile information. Secrets of a CEO Coach, your personal training guide to thinking like a leader and acting like a CEO. Do I trust? Do I trust? Think about people you spend time with. My guess is you ask yourself the same question about them. Do they know what they are doing? Do I trust them? Do they care about me? And when you ask if they care about you, you aren't expecting them to worry about you, have concerns for you, take responsibility.